Hey guys, MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another discussion video. And today I pretty much want to talk about Sonic Forces and what I think and how I feel about the game. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not really too hyped for Sonic Forces, and the sad part about it is I want to be hyped for the game, but I'm not really too hyped for it at all. And the reasons why is because so far from what I've seen of the game, there's nothing really that much groundbreaking or that much different from what I've seen from the past Sonic games, especially Sonic Generations. To me, this game seemed more like a Sonic Generations 2.5. And the thing about Sonic games with a lot of fans is split on is that with Sega and Sonic Team, Sega tends to experiment with every Sonic game. They tend to try something different, and I respect it a lot with Sega and Sonic Team. They try something different. It doesn't work all the time. It's a hit or miss. But I respect the effort that they do to try to do something different. I think the games that, to me, were the worst as far as experimenting and trying something different was Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog was one of them. The thing about Shadow the Hedgehog, I like the concept that they were going with, you know, making Shadow different from Sonic by giving them weapons and try to make it more, I guess you could say, edgy, you know, dark and everything like that. But it was the way they went about the game and how they implemented the game system where the weapons weren't that much different. It didn't really change the gameplay in any way. It still felt like a regular Sonic game, but with Shadow the Hedgehog as the main protagonist. And then, of course, Sonic 06. Sonic 06 was, oh my god, it was horrible. It was definitely one of the worst Sonic 3 games I've ever played. And I was definitely disappointed because the tech demo from E3 when they first showed the next generation Sonic game looked totally different when Sonic 06 came out, and it was just the worst. But back on track, it seems as though that I'm more excited for Sonic Mania than I am with Sonic Forces. Now I understand with this Sonic Forces they're also adding a character creation, create your own hero and everything. And this is the thing that really gets me right now, and I have a lot of questions with, is how deep will the character creation be, and how much would this created character, in terms of gameplay, how much it will impact the game altogether? Will it feel much more? Will it feel different from classic Sonic and modern Sonic? Because from the looks at it so far, it doesn't look that much different from modern Sonic, but just with weapons. Like I said in my previous video, it reminded me of Shadow the Hedgehog, but in modern Sonic format and modern Sonic gameplay. And I want to know is how much will the weapons, you know, how much will the weapons and the gadgets influence the gameplay? Will it bring depth to it? Because like I said before with Shadow the Hedgehog, the weapons didn't really matter that much. You could still rely on your homing attack, your dash attacks, and jumping on enemies' heads and stuff like that, and still pretty much get the job done compared to the weapons. So how much will the weapons impact the gameplay? And that's where my concern is at. Because if the weapons won't really do much with the gameplay, then I would think that this gameplay mechanic would pretty much be useless, because as far as I'm concerned, the character creation looks kind of generic to me. Now, as far as the other gameplays are concerned, Sonic Team had found a formula that worked, the Sonic Generation formula with the classic Sonic and the modern Sonic. It worked, and good for them. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Sonic Colors. Sonic Unleashed was the first step in the right direction of where they wanted to go with modern Sonic, but they can't just rely on that. And that's the thing that's really got me like you know, I don't really care too much. You know, I'll get the game when it come out, but I'm not really following the game as far as, you know, getting news and updates and stuff like that, because it seems like they're playing it safe. They playing it. They being cautious about it and everything. And they're not really stepping out to try anything different. I was kind of hoping when they did the interview back last year when they were talking about Sonic Forces. Well, before it was called Sonic Forces, it was called Sonic 2017. They said that they wanted to push the game back just a little bit because they really want to get this game right, and they said Sonic fans will be definitely happy for it. Now, as far as Sonic fans being happy, the character creation has been received really well, so I think that's what they were more so talking about as far as the character creation. But in terms of gameplay, I was hoping they would go back to the Sonic Adventure route. Cause I liked the Sonic Adventure route. I liked it where you had all these different characters, and each character had their own storyline, but all their storylines intertwined with one another. They all connected with one another. So while this character was doing A, this character was doing B, and then when those characters met up and you finally got access to that character, you can see what that character was doing while the previous character he was playing as was doing their thing somewhere else. And I liked it. I liked how everything came together. So it gave the game just some replayability. You go back through it, play through all the characters, and at the end you get the final chapter, the final story. And most of the time, the final story would give you a supersonic story and everything. And Sonic Adventure 2 followed the same trend, but this time it was more in a linear way, where you just pick a character and then each stage will provide you a different character leading up to the final conflict. You get the dark side of the story and you get the light side of the story. And then Sonic Heroes did the same thing in a way. So I was hoping that with this game they was going to do the same thing, but no. In this game they kind of went back to the Sonic Generations, which is nothing wrong with the gameplay at all when it comes to Sonic Generations. But I was hoping for something a little bit more different, or bring back a little bit of the same while adding some new mechanics to it and everything. And then in terms of Classic Sonic, I don't know what to say about Classic Sonic. To me, in this game, it seemed like Classic Sonic in this game seemed like a shoe-in, because, like I said, Sonic Generations worked, and everybody received the Classic Sonic very well, had wide, well-received reception, and it seems as though they wanted to put Classic Sonic back in it again, because if you look at it, of course the story's going to explain everything, but I just really don't think that Classic Sonic is really necessary for this game at all. I would much rather them have Knuckles, Biggs the Cat, and Tails and Shadow the Hedgehog and them playable again. And that's what I loved about the old Sonic games. It was the different characters you were able to play as, and I thought that Sega and Sonic Team would take that a step farther by even making the characters even more unique and give them even more different gameplay from each other, and with a Sonic Adventure type of twist to it. So that's pretty much my opinion on it. I'm not too hyped for it. But I will give the game a try, because this game to me still looks good, and I believe that this game will be okay or be good or whatever like that. But I'm not super hyped for it. I'm not like wanting to get information on it and everything and following the game every step of the way up to its release and everything. I'm more excited for Sonic Mania that I'm really in for this. But let's about wrap everything up. How do you feel about this game, Sonic Forces? Are you super hyped for this game? Do you think Sega's going in the right direction with this game? Do you think they're going to end up turning this into like a franchise where similar to Sonic Adventure, similar to the other Sonic games, like what they were trying to do with Sonic Boom and everything? But that's about it. If you liked the video, make sure you rate, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more information on Sonic Forces and other games. This is MugenLord, and I'm signing off.